Okay guys, this is my take on Piper Rockelle, and it's not a hot one. Okay, as a teenage girl, I have been the same age as her whole life. When she was 13, I was 13, 14, I was 14, and so on. The way that she was acting and dressing at 16 is the way that most of the girls I know, and including myself, were dressing and acting, and I don't think it's crazy. And I feel like I'm not really seeing a lot of teenage girls talking about this. Maybe because they don't think it's gonna get out there, and this video might not get anywhere. But it's like worth a shot because I feel like she's getting so much hate and assumptions, and I just feel like it's crazy. Like, yes, she is collabing with the Bob House and filming with the Bob House, but like those are her friends, and I know it's kind of like crazy, but they're not that far in age that I know of. And also, if any girl my age got that opportunity, I know they would go and take it. Like, I know they would. And maybe that's crazy to say, but it's the truth. And also, guys, the assumptions of her, like, starting an OF account are crazy. But if she does, she's of age. She's quite literally of age, and if she wants to do that, she can do it. Anyways, that's my take.
So, I was going out with this guy for a while. Like, me and him were a thing. We were official. I'll call him Banana. And he was the sweetest thing ever. Like, I literally thought I was living the dream. And this one day, he brought flowers to my house. Actually, still have them, which is kind of bad. But he brought flowers to my house, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is so amazing. 2 minutes into the ride, he asked me to put his water bottle in the back seat because, like, he wanted to hold my hand, and, like, it was covering there. And so I leaned back there to drop it in the cup holder, and I saw a condom, as you see in that video. But I quickly got back up because I was like, maybe it's not opened. Like, everything was racing through my head. I was like, oh my gosh, like, why? And we went out to dinner. I was on my phone basically the whole time. Like, I barely talked to him. And we were gonna go pick up my friend and his friend for pickleball. So when we went to his friend's house, that's when I recorded the video. He went inside to go get his friend, and this was my first time seeing it. I recorded it, and I leaned back there, and I grabbed it, and it was opened. Now, here's the crazy part. When I confronted him about it that same day night, he told me that it was from 6 months ago, February. It was August, so it didn't collide. And I was like, how do you have that in your car for 6 months? Because I know that me and him didn't do anything. And also, this is a senior. He told me that he got with a freshman. That's what it was from. So of course I'm getting a whole bunch of red flags, and I ended things with him, so now I'm happy by myself. And that is my story time.
Get ready with me while I tell you how I catfished my ex-boyfriend and found out he was going. So this takes place a couple months ago, in like the kind of end of freshman year. It's kind of like during the springtime. And there was this guy, he was a grade above me, and let's just call him Oliver, because why not? So me and Oliver had been kind of snapping a little bit, and he went to my school, but I didn't really know him because, again, he was the grade above me. Also, yes, I'm wearing a slick back, and yes, I have a big-ass forehead, so leave me alone. So when I first started talking to Oliver, I kind of told my friend about it, and I found out that she used to talk to him too, and she told me that the reason they stopped talking is because she found out that he had cheated on his ex, who was in our grade. I was like, oh, okay. So honestly, this is kind of my fault because I have this complex that I can fix people, and that when I hear someone is like kind of like a bad person, I feel like I can fix them. So this whole thing is kind of my fault. So I hear that, and I'm like, do you mind if I like keep talking to him? She was like, yeah, sure, like we weren't serious or anything. So yes, I did ask my friend if I could keep talking to him if anyone wants to say anything. The thing is, I had asked him, picked up the wrong thing. I'd even asked him about it. I was like, hey, did you cheat on, let's just call her Danny. I was like, hey, did you cheat on Danny? And he was like, yeah, I did, but I'm changed, like I don't do that anymore. I've learned my lesson, da-da-da-da-da. And he sounded really sincere, you know? So I was like, okay, I trust you, and I believe that you changed, and, like, I'll give you a chance. So I gave him a chance. Fast forward, me and this boy started dating, and I immediately noticed that he was extremely clingy. Like, extremely clingy, which to me is not usually a problem, but he was just too clingy. Like, I couldn't even eat lunch with my friends type clingy. Like, I'd have to eat with him. Not only was he just clingy, I also kind of got the vibe that he was like really lustful, and that's something that I don't really look for in relationships. So I'm not gonna lie to you, I was looking for a way to break up with him without hurting his feelings. So I was like, you know what better way than trying to catch him cheating? Oh boy, I sound like a freaking villain. So the way I did this is I asked my friend, I was like, hey, can we make a fake account? By the way, this girl is pro at making fake accounts. Like, she makes them look so real. So she found this girl on TikTok who, I'm really sorry if this was you, by the way. Like, I'm so sorry that we used your face for this. But she found this girl on TikTok and, like, who didn't have, like, too many followers, posted, like, her videos to our story, and we started, like, getting followers. After we had enough followers, I decided it was, like, time for us to use the account. So I was on the phone with him, and I requested to follow him. And immediately, while I'm on the phone with him, oh, I just had a voice crack. Immediately, while I'm on the phone with him, he goes, ew, like, this weird bitch just requested to follow me. I was like, what? Like, what? I was like, you know what, he's telling me, like, maybe this is a good thing, maybe he's not a cheater. So despite the fact that he, like, called her a weird bitch to me and stuff, like, the account, it was like, oh, this weird bitch requested to follow me, he followed the account back. And then on the account, oh, I just spilled powder. On the account, like, my friend had liked all of his posts and stuff. How do you guys tell stories while doing your makeup? I cannot multitask. So obviously he followed the account back, and I didn't really think anything of it because I was like, oh, he's just following her back. Like, it's not that big a deal. Until he texted the account, which he texted the account first, by the way. So he had texted the account, who are you? Which completely optional, by the way. And I doubt he texted all 800 of his followers, who are you, when they follow him. So it was kind of random. So I started making small talk with him, being like, oh, like, what school do you go to? Stuff like that. And, like, just small talk. Then me and my friend sort of started, like, flirting with him on the account. Like, he told us he played football, and we're like, oh, football players do it best. And he was, like, kind of entertaining it. He was like, oh, yeah, like, what do you mean by that? Like, entertaining it. Not once did he say he had a girlfriend. Then we kind of just told him, like, oh, we're trying to get to know you, da-da-da-da. He was like, okay. Oh. From what I remember, he literally gave, like, this whole cringy-ass introduction. I'll try to find screenshots and put the receipts in the video, but no promises. He was like, I love sports, I love listening to music, I love sleeping on the phone. This is where things get wild. He mentions he loves sleeping on the phone, so yeah, once he had mentioned sleeping on the phone, I knew it was raps. So I started playing into that. I was like, hey, like, do you want to sleep on the phone? Da-da-da. He was like, I can't tonight, maybe tomorrow night. Again, not once did he mention he had a girlfriend. So then the conversation got kind of dry, so we were like, okay, let's end off the conversation with a bang. Me and my friend sent good night with a kissy face emoji, okay? With a kissy face emoji. And he said good night back with the kissy face emoji. And no, it does not end here, because then he proceeds to say, you look good on your story, by the way. No. So I was like, got your ass. So I was like, oh, thank you. And then he goes, got me feeling some type of way. I'm not gonna say, though. No, because, like, what you mean by that? We start pressing him, like, no, say it, no, say it. He's like, no, it's freaky, not gonna lie. And we're like, no, like, come on, say it, say it. He goes, it low-key got me hard looking at it. What? You're so easy that a random girl on Instagram texts you, and you look at her story, and you get by looking at her story. Hello? Are you really that easy? Oh my god. So then we played into it more. We're like, oh, like, you're making me want to see you, da-da-da. And he was like, oh, like, you can come to one of my football games. And the reason he was so comfortable with saying that is because he knew damn well I was moving states, so I wasn't going to be at his football games. So we were like, okay, bet, like, what are we going to do if I go to your football games? He was like, like, you're just going to have to find out, stuff like that. I was like, oh, okay. So obviously at this point I felt like I had enough proof to break up with him, and that was really the goal. So my original plan was to wait till the next day to confront him, but he called me, like, after, because I forgot to mention, me and him had hung up. Like, when he started texting the girl, he was like, hold on, I gotta go shower. And mind you, that whole time he was not in the shower, he was texting the girl. So he calls me back, and immediately I go, how was your shower? How was your shower? He's like, good. I was like, I go, how's Cheyenne? That's the name of the fake girl, by the way. I was like, how's Cheyenne? He goes, who? I go, you know what I mean, like, the girl you've been texting, whatever. I didn't tell him it was a fake account. I think he figured it out, because, like, how else would I have known that quickly? But that's what you get for being easy. So then he basically starts saying, no, like, I was trolling her, like, it wasn't like that, I was just trying to troll her, da-da-da-da-da. And then I started, like, quoting the things he was saying. I was like, oh, you got me so hard, da-da-da. I started quoting it to him, and then I just blocked him. Because, like, I didn't want to be with him in the first place, so why would I argue over this? So yeah, maybe I'm in the wrong for setting him up, but maybe he shouldn't be so easy. And moral of the story is, if someone is a cheater, they most likely have not changed. So yeah.